Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get all of the intel inside of Outbreak Season 2 reloaded. And my gosh, was this the opposite of a fun experience hunting for these, because looking for these audio logs and radio transmissions on Fireteam maps split between 4 Fireteam maps at that was not fun to say the very least. But luckily for me, I did have help for the first time in my entire life hunting for these things, and those people who did help me deserve a shout out. Those people, of course, being Aaron, Zone, and AwesomeAndyGaming. For AwesomeAndyGaming, since he does have a YouTube channel that he streams on, I will link him down in the description. But as I mentioned, this is a very painful experience, even if you know the locations. So if you guys just want to listen to them and not have to worry about getting them yourself, then I already have a video playing all of the brand new audio logs and radio transmissions that you can find on screen and down in the comments. So something that's really important that I have to explain before we even get into locations is, how do the radio transmissions work in this? You can only collect one radio transmission per match per faction. So you can only get one Omega, one Requiem, and one Maxis radio transmission every match you play. So if you collect your 3 Omega, Requiem, and Maxis radio transmissions on Alpine and you load into Golova, you cannot collect those. Even though there's locations to collect more radio transmissions on those maps, you can't, because it's only one per match. So one Maxis radio transmission per match, one Requiem radio transmission per match, and one Omega radio transmission per match. So even though you're loading into different maps, it doesn't work like that. It just won't let you collect any more, and it works exactly how it does. So if you want to grind these out real quick, you're going to have to just keep restarting every game you play and then go to these radio transmissions around the map. Another thing about these radio transmissions that is very important is that there is not any exclusive radio transmissions per map. So there's not radio transmissions that you'd only get on Alpine. There's no radio transmissions that you could only get on Ruka or anything like that. That's not how they work. You could collect any of the radio transmissions on any of the maps. It completely doesn't matter. So theoretically, you could just get all of your radio transmissions on just Alpine. You don't even have to collect them anywhere else. But of course, it would probably be slower to do it that way, but I'm just saying that's a possibility. So that's something you should also keep in mind. Hopefully that clears it up, because I know I was confused with it, and hopefully it's no longer confusing to you guys. Who knows, maybe I made it even more confusing. But either way, with that said, let's jump into these maps. The first piece of intel on Sanatorium is going to be in the Sanatorium itself, as you could see where I am on this map, but it's not too helpful because this map is kind of big, because this area of the map is kind of big because there's multiple levels and all that. So I think the best way to show you guys where this is obviously top left. It says I'm on the Sanatorium first floor, but more than that, you want to find this ammo cache because it's always there. You know, the floor above the pack punch, also that could be an indicator. And you want to head over to this room right here, and on this table you will find a piece of intel. Next piece of intel is literally just the floor above that, so the second floor of the Sanatorium. And a really easy way to figure out where this one is by looking for this wall buy right here. This wall buy will always be here. You jump in through the window like you saw I did, or you could go in through this door. Either way, doesn't matter. Once you're here, you can grab this other piece of intel on this coffee table. Next piece of intel is pretty easy to locate on the big map. As you guys can see where I am, spinning here in circles. It's just on this little dot in the middle of this, little ocean lake thing. And what you want to do is go into this building right here and use your flashlight. And this is why we put the flashlight on, because you will be able to see this one. This one's a little sneaky to see. You got zombies showing up, but you just hop up here and you'll be able to pick up another piece of intel. The final audio log intel on this map is going to be right here where I am. Generally, a good way to indicate where it's at is look for that armor station, or the armory station, or whatever it's called. I can't remember what it's called, but either way, when you get there, you actually want to head into this room, find this. Actually, you should have just found the ammo cache, and then you could head over to right here and you'll be able to find the final audio log on Sanatorium. The Omega radio transmission on Sanatorium is going to be in this building that you see me spinning in circles on the map. There's not too many indicators for where we're at. We're right here, I guess, just in this general area, I guess. Either way, you want to go into this room right here, go and bust in, and you will find yourself the Omega radio transmission right there. Here's another look at the building that you have to go into if that helps. There's also a zip line that could go back and forth. The Requiem Intel is going to be kind of near where I believe you could spawn on the map. As you guys can see where I'm spinning in circles here, which is going to be in this yellow building. It's the only one that stands out compared to all the other ones. And what you want to do is, or another indicator is actually there's this wall by here to let you know which building it is for sure. Either way, you want to head upstairs and open this door first on the right, and on this table you will find the Requiem radio transmissions. For the Maxis radio transmissions on Sanatorium, it's going to be right here on the map, and if that is not clear enough, you want to find this building right here. There's a wall by, as you guys see on the mini map somewhere over there, but you don't want to go over there. You actually want to head into this building, and right away on to your left, you're going to find yourself the Maxis radio transmissions. The first audio log on Alpine is going to be actually right next to one of the spawns you guys can see on this map. You guys are actually probably very familiar with this building, this one right here, and what you want to do is head right inside of it, go into this room, and on this table you will find a Maxis audio log. Next one's going to be at this ski lift area. You guys probably know this area. It's right next to the Wonder Fizz machine. Just this big old building. You guys know where it's at. It's kind of in the middle of spawn. But either way, you want to head over here, and on this table you will find yourself an Omega Intel right there. Next one is going to be in this place that is pretty much midway down the giant ski mountain thing that you guys are probably familiar with. Like if I jump out this window, you guys are probably familiar with this area. We want to just go into this building that's just kind of on the way down. Head upstairs, and then inside this room on this table you will have a Requiem audio log. The last audio log is going to be at this part of the map. There's really not very many indicators of where we are. It's just kind of here in the bounce pad kind of appears, but it's going to be in between that area and this area, I guess. It's just going to be on the back of this truck. Yeah, so I have to mantle up there and you get your Requiem Intel right back there. The Omega radio transmission is going to be in a very familiar place that you guys are probably aware of. It's where a defend could be. It's also where this thing is. The crafting table spawns every game, but on this pool table you'll be able to find yourself the radio transmissions for Omega. The Requiem radio transmissions is going to be in another very familiar place, and this is going to be the bathhouse. Obviously, this is where one of the teleport to the next map locations could be. This area right here, bathhouse, very cool. What you want to do is walk in through the front door because no one ever does that. But on this table, you will find the Requiem radio transmissions right on that table. The Maxis radio transmissions will be in this building that I'm currently at. You will see this, the two twin buildings right next to each other, just kind of in a place you don't normally go that often. Either way, you want to walk into this one on my left at least, and you want to look at this table or whatever this is, the drawers, and on top of that is going to be your Maxis radio transmissions. This first audio log is going to be in a place that is actually going to look very familiar right here, because you guys may recognize this place, not from the outside, but you may know that the best way to find this on the map, though, is by realizing that, look at this. This is what spawns next to it, right? It's going to be the Wonder Fizz. But this room, besides the Wonder Fizz, is the exact same room as a holdout. And yeah, but regardless, you get into this room, you will find yourself a Omega Intel right there. This one is going to be in a pretty easy place to spawn out. You just want to go to where you see me on the map, and you will see where I actually am is right next to this big old water tower, right? So there's also the gas station. A lot of people know where that is. So just go to the giant water tower, and you want to head all the way up. Beep boop bop bop beep 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 beep. It's a tall ladder, anyways. Once you get up there, you will find right away a Requiem audio log. This one's actually pretty easy to find also because it's in a pretty familiar place. You guys may recognize this. This is obviously the church, and also right here is where one of the teleportation things. But either way, what you want to do is head into this building and head into this room, and on this desk you will find yourself another Omega audio log. This final audio log is going to be, I mean, on this part of the map, which there's not that many indicators besides the fact that the holdout is here. I guess you guys know where that is, but it's going to be in this building. Not really special. I mean, it's just a random building, but regardless, when you head inside of it, on this table, you will find yourself a Maxis audio log. The Maxis radio transmissions is going to be in this building. Nothing, again, significant about this building. It's just like, you know, it has a blue roof. It's white walls, I guess. I've heard it looks blue from a distance. But regardless, what you want to do is just head into this building and go upstairs and ignore that because no one needs that. And on this table, you will find yourself the Maxis radio transmissions. Next, we have the Omega radio transmissions, and this one is actually going to be right below the Pack Punch machine. You guys probably know this building. It's just the Pack Punch building. You know, there's Pack Punch. You go downstairs, and over here on this table, you will see the Omega radio transmissions. The Requiem radio transmission is going to be by, I guess, this area on the map that I'm spinning circles on, but on top of that is going to be in this area. And what you want to do, whatever the heck these are, you want to climb up the ladder. Psych, we're actually going up the rappel because that's way faster. And you want to head up to the top, and on the top you will see right as you get up here the radio transmissions for Requiem. So for the first piece of intel on Ruka is going to be in, well, actually a better way to show you guys is actually me getting out of it, because it's in this hut just in the middle of nowhere. As you guys can see, just that hut. Just go to that hut. You guys probably seen it before, but it's just going to be in this random hut right here. And you just want to head upstairs, and on the table you will find a Maxis audio log just lying on the effing table. The next intel is going to be in the big old missile silo area. As you guys can see me spinning in circles on this map. You know, the place there's always like a boss zombie that is not here right now because they killed him. But a really good indicator of where exactly this thing is if you find this ammo cache, or just the ammo, and you just head over to this shelf and you will find yourself an Omega audio log. Next audio log is actually going to be kind of near Pack Punch, as you guys can see where I am on this map. And what you want to do is find this building that is probably not the area I want to jump out. You know, this one right here, the really nice looking building. You know, there's Pack Punch over there. Just over here, you walk into this building. That's not the door. This is the door. And straight ahead, you will find yourself the Requiem audio log just lying. Next audio log is going to be in this area next to the Wonder Fizz. Like, I can actually show you this. So if you just wanted to get a general idea, there's the Wonder Fizz right over here. And if you just walk into this building, a very epic building, right? You go all the way upstairs, ignoring the zombies, and head right into this room. On this table, you will find yourself Requiem Intel line on the table. For the final intel on this is actually going to be generally where I am. The best indicator for this location is knowing that there is the Arsenal, that's what that's called, just over there. And you want to look in this general area and head over to this table, and you will find yourself an Omega audio log. For the Omega radio transmission, it's going to be in also the missile silo area, and it's going to just be inside this random tent right here, which is nice. Either way, when you go in here, you will find yourself the Omega radio transmission right here. Now, the funny thing here is that I don't actually know if I couldn't find any other radio transmissions on this map, which I don't know if that's actually the case. And trust me, I've looked through these maps a lot, but that's the only one I ever found on this map. So, you know, I guess as I mentioned earlier, you would know that you actually don't even need to get them on any other maps. Like, you just keep going to one map the same, because that's how radio transmissions work. But you know, I don't really know. Maybe there's some, if there are some, like the other two, like Maxis and Omega, if someone wants to let me know, I will pin your comment with the locations mentioned in that comment. But currently, I can't find any, and honestly, they're not necessary to know them anyway, so I think it's fine if we just continue without them, because you can still get all the intel without even knowing those locations, because you can just collect the radio transmissions from other maps anyways. So now it would be out of character for Treyarch if we had new intel and they weren't glitched, right? Well, of course, we currently have some more glitches, which is unfortunate, and this is in regard to the brand new Dark Aether intel, that being the 2 new radio transmissions. So I should probably mention how you get this. It's how you've gotten all the Dark Aether intel in the past, and it's by doing trials that say Intel trial, and you'll be able to get them actually. You can actually get these, but for some reason, they won't save to your Intel barracks. So even if you collect them, they just don't save, and I don't know why that's the case. Hopefully Treyarch fixes this sooner rather than later, but if you do want to listen to them, you rather have to click on my video, or you could do what I did in that video, and when you do your Intel trials and you go to collect your brand new radio transmissions for the Dark Aether, you just stand by them and listen to them. So either way, you know, Treyarch just likes to have some glitches every now and then, and that just seems like that's just what they do. But that wraps it up for this video. If this video was helpful in any way, shape, or form, then I definitely would appreciate if you like, subscribe, bell, share, and all that great stuff. Would really very much appreciate that. But anyways, I'm gonna head out, and I'll catch you guys next stream, video, or whatever the heck it may be, and laters, guys.